Good morning, Hacking Self Stories listeners. It is Monday morning, and that means we're going for our Willerby figures. Was it a good week? Was it a bad week? I don't know. I'm going to say good. I think it was good, but we'll get into that in a minute, right? Firstly, I just want to say, what an amazing response from my newsletter. I didn't actually know how it'd go when I first did it. MrSelfStories.com. Put your email address in there, and I send you a daily email. I give you all the facts and figures, my takeaways. I give you a self-storage meme of the day, and industry news as well. I didn't know how it'd go. I didn't know how well it'd be received. I didn't know what, if anybody, would subscribe to it. But we got still getting an amazing response. The open rates are well over 70%, which is incredible, unheard of in email marketing. And it's brilliant. So yeah, wanted to thank everybody for the kind words as well. Although somebody did put, get a real fucking job at the bottom. I asked you, was it fucking great? Was it meh? Or was it get a real job? And somebody put, get a real job. I'm like, who put that? Why? It hurt my feelings. Anyway, well, I was going to say it didn't really, but it did. Grow up, Dino. Right, Willerby last week, 36 quotes. 30 bloody 6 quotes. That is incredible. We had 13 reservations from the 36 quotes. That's a conversion rate of 36%. Now, this old argument, display prices or not to display prices. Now, obviously, I can't categorically say it's better because it's not a split A versus B test, but we've been, all I can say is that we've been doing it for 3 months, displaying prices, and now we've changed it from the start of February. We have been displaying our prices behind an information wall. So to get our price, you need to put your details in. It is categorically, I can't categorically say, but for us, it's been categorically much, much better. Our conversion rates with website visitors are crazy. Last week, we converted 6.3% of all website traffic to reservations. Oh, I'll get my newsletter up and I'll tell you exactly how many website visitors we've had. So website visitors, we had last week, I think it was 316. Yeah, 316 website visitors we had, and we converted 20 of those into reservations. Previously, it was nowhere near as high. I think it was around 4 or 5% for something during that 3 months. So the fact that we're converting at over 6 last week, it was only 1 week, but the previous week, don't forget, we converted at a high 5 figure. The previous week at that, it was 5. So we are converting around about 1% better, which is incredible. That's like 3 move-ins a week extra that we're getting to give you some sort of analytical approach to the argument. 3 move-ins. Every move-in is worth around about £1,000 to us. So it's £3,000 a week, which in turn means £150,000 better we are. That's what it equates to at the minute. £150,000 better a year. Incredible. And that obviously goes straight to the bottom line. Yes, there's more costs associated with showing you prices because we've got to do more as a sales team, but £150,000 over 2 sites. I mean, can you imagine if we got 3, 4, 5? For me, the argument is over. I don't think it's better. I think this displaying price, I might actually do a LinkedIn post about this because it's phenomenal, the difference. For us, I'm only saying for us, I do think our team, my guys, are incredible at selling. We've got a great sales process, great follow-up process, and we are pretty good at that. We are better, without doubt, we're better than average. So therefore, I'm not saying it'll be the same for everybody. But if you have got a good team, then allow your team to speak to them customers. For me, it's a no-brainer. Right, so onto it. So forward move-ins, we did 40% forward move-ins, 38.46% of those reservations did forward move-ins. Right, we had 8 move-ins last week for 1,115 square foot. We had other move-ins, 6. So people taking extra rooms, etc., moving around, jiggling around. So total, we took 1,365 square foot last week, which on the face of it is bloody brilliant. But I think one customer took 4 containers, which is 640 square foot. So one person took 640 square foot. So if we take that away, obviously, why would you take it away? But if you take that one customer away, we only moved in 700 square foot last week, which isn't a great week. But if you add that customer, one customer, then it becomes a really good week. But this is why I was umming and ahhing about is it a good week or not? Because that one customer has made up such an amount. And if we didn't convert that one customer, it'd have been a really, really poor week. Was it 600? 4 containers, yeah, it was 4 containers, 160, 320, 640, yeah, 640 square foot, holy moly. And we still was only up 55 square foot, which is bananas. We should have been up more. That's why I'm thinking it wasn't a great, it was a good week because of reservations. 20 reservations across the 2 sites. And we did more reservations at Willerby as well, at Beverley, which obviously is not part of the Stormore brand. So that is really, really good. But it's just that part of it, I just think, I don't know, just that's a one bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, the person moved in, so let's focus on the positives. Right, square foot, so the conversion rate, we had 8 move-ins, so the conversion rate of quotes to move-ins was 22%. Want that to be a little bit higher. The van was rented out 6 times last week. What we do now, by the way, because people have been late back with a van, we charge them £50 every half an hour for a late fee because it's not fair on the guys. We're giving you free van hire, and they've obviously got to stay till the time when people get back, check the van over, make sure there's no dents there, whatever. And people, I just don't think it's right. If you get a free van, just respect the time allocations. And if you don't, then we're going to charge you for it, £50 every half an hour. And that still don't stop people. We're still late. I know on Friday or Saturday night, James had to wait. And I said, James, go home. Just tell the customer to post the keys. We can't stop. Right. Quote breakdown. It doesn't. We don't ask where people found out about us now. We've got enough data to know that most customers come from Google. About 50% of our move-ins come from Google. So we know all that now. Most quotes come from Google, but 50% of our move-ins come from Google. So we got enough data there. And at the end of the day, all we want to do, we don't want to intimidate the people coming to our website with asking for too much information before we give you the price. God knows why the big boys, I think it's just because they just copy each other. Again, you don't have to be good in this industry to make money. Look at Saystorm, Big Yellow, they do some amazing things, but they could improve so much. Like, why do you want to know how long they expect to stay? Why do you need that data? Why? There must be some reason they need it, but why? Stupid things like that. You're just putting more barriers in the way of you and the customer actually getting the quote. And the more barriers there is, the less chance that the less and less, the more information you ask, then it might only go down 0.5%, 1%. But as we know, then percents make a big, big difference. They might not fill that form in when there's too much information. I like the way SureStore do it. If you just have a chance, go. I think it's SureStore. Is it SureStore.co.uk? I think so. Anyway, Google SureStore. If you look at the way they do it, I was just looking at their website last week because we might be opening competition against them somewhere. And I was looking at their website. I was like, oh, yeah, I like the way they ask for the information. It's like a pop-up screen. It really is good. They've done really, really well. I like that. It is much better than Big Yellow and SafeStore. And I think that this industry is very, very, it could be disrupted very easily, I think. Because, like I say, you don't have to be good to do well in this industry. It just takes somebody with £1 billion or billionaire backing them, hello, and we could disrupt this industry very, very easily. Yes, obviously, credit where credit's due. They've done amazing. They've got some brilliant sites, but there's always ways to improve. And I just think that sometimes you take the eye off a ball because you don't need to improve. It's like my Beverley site, didn't need to improve it. My Beverley website was absolutely rubbish. When we had some competition, then we had to improve. And I think that goes the same for big boys as well. I don't think they need to be good to have great results. And SureStore, I love the way they do it. Their website is slick, very, very slick. And I'm a geek. I just like looking at other people's websites and stuff. Right, so square foot moved in was 1,365. We already know we're up 55 square foot this week. So it was 1,310 square foot moved out. I'm just going to take a swig of my tea. Oh, I do love a hot cup of tea. I just feel like going all the way down my belly. It's lovely. Right, amount of square rooms moved in was 14. Amount of rooms moved out was 17. Total internal rooms, 314 internal rooms occupied. Containers in 4. As we know, containers out 1. So we've got 38 containers rented out. Car parking, we've still got 3 car parking spaces. Store occupancy is 71.99%. I remember when we found out a competition was 70-something% full, 72% full to be precise. And I was like, oh my God, Sucks to be them. Never, ever want to get to that. Oh, here we are, 70% full. Hopefully we're in for a good week, though. Amount of insurance sold last week, £65,000 worth of insurance. That is £8,000 on average per moving. Really good work there, kiddos. Really good work. Amount due this week, square foot due. 15 move-ins are due this week. 15 move-ins for 1,445 square foot. Amount of move-outs, we've got 9 move-outs due for 725 square foot. I'm going to make a bet here. I think we're going to be 1,000 square foot up this week. 1,000 square foot up. We'll see. Let's hope so. Really, 1,000 square foot. It should take some. We're going to be around about 720 square foot. We're due to be up on the figures, and I always think that we're about. We can add £500 on that, 500 square foot on that. Right, how much did we take last week? We took £27,180.54 pence. I've got the sheet ready for you this time. Blah blah. What the hell? Blah blah. Willerby. We took £14,625.96 pence. We had £454.04 of bounce direct debits. Beverley, we took £4,359.23 pence. Clough Road, we took £5,716.10 pence. Talking of Beverley and Clough Road, we will be giving our figures away tomorrow on Beverley and Clough Road. Wrexham, we need to start doing Wrexham. We need to start performing better here because the square footage has gone down. I'm a little bit concerned about it, so we need to get the SEO on point there. Right, so Wrexham, we have a takings of 24,000, I wish, £2,479.25 pence. All right, my friends, that is it. I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow when I talk about Beverley and Clough Road. See you soon, bye-bye.